Heidi ho, my crafty friends. How are you today? I'm so glad you joined me here at the Ladybug Journals. First thing I want to do is say a great big Heidi ho and a ladybug flutter to our new subscribers. I'm so glad that you're here with us today. So today, in our beginner series, I'm going to take just a plain white envelope. It's just plain. I got it in junk mail. Actually, it came with a bill, you know, one of those things I dislike so very much. And I'm going to take a page from the book, from our Alice in Wonderland book, and I'm going to find a picture that I like. Now, you can do this with anything. You can do this with a picture from, say, from a floral book. You can do this from a greeting card. You can do this from anything that you want. You can even do this from a piece of cardstock if you want. But I'm trying to use up pages from our book that we have. So I really like this picture, and I want to see here if I can get this picture to fit somehow. Okay, this is not quite big enough, so I'm wondering. Now the envelope's not wide enough. So let's get another envelope. Let's see, I have another one sitting here. No, that one's little too. All right, I have another one. Okay, I think I set my book pages down on it. I think this one might be way too big, but that's all right. We can cut it down. Ah, that's perfect. I want the picture to show. That's what I want. But it's too long. But that's all right because I'm going to cut it anyhow. So I want my picture to show. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use one of these pages that we sewed in. Remember we sewed in some cardstock into the journal. We just sewed it in willy-nilly. So I think, oh, I like that. I think that will look nice. I think that'll look nice there with the polka dots on the little horse. So what I want to do is I want to take this picture. Now I'm going to cut this down. You see the white, all that white? I don't want all this white on the book page. So if you're using a page from a floral book, you could adjust yours also. Now, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I hate when they sneak up like that. Okay, and I'm just going to get rid of the white up to the words. So if you're using a book page, now you can keep these if you want, and you can stamp on them. You know, you can do whatever you want with them. I have way too many of them. And I'm going to stick it back in here. And I'm scooting it over to get it where I want it. And I want it right there. Okay? I want it right there. Just like that. Now, over here, it doesn't matter because this is going to be covered and I'll deal with this left side here in a little bit. But over here's the important side. Okay. Perfect. Now, I see down here, I just need to take my pencil and I need to mark it inside the envelope. So I'm going to mark it at that word. Or that sentence, I guess. It's a sentence. See where I marked the sentence? And I'm going to pull the book page off. Right there. Now, I probably will keep that because we'll use that for something else. Now, I've got my page the size that I want it. Now I need to deal with the envelope. Now, the envelope, of course, is too big to go across here. Okay, it's actually going to go this way because I want it to flip up. So I do need my flap. Okay, so this is going to sit in here. So I need to trim this side off a little bit. Just a little bit. And I'm trying to keep my desk a little bit neater. I watched a video that came out the other day, and oh my gracious, my desk was a mess. Okay. Let's put this in here. Oh, wait, I got it in upside down, don't I? Okay, so that's tucking down. Perfect. Now, I don't mind that it says Lewis Carroll because he's the one that wrote the book. That's perfect. That's exactly the size that I want. I've still got my flap on my envelope. Perfect. And I want this to wrap around the top of my page. Like that. Because this is going to flip up. Okay? Now, we've done flip up envelopes many times. Well, we've done this envelope to go that way many, many times. I really don't do flip ups a lot. So I just need to mark this where this needs to be cut. It needs to be cut here. So I'm going to take my ruler. Now I'm going to unhook this here so I can make sure I can draw my line straight. Now I'm going to put this right here. Now I want you to see, I'm not tucking it all the way into the spine because it needs to be able to move. So I need to make sure it's straight, and that's a little bit too far out. So let's make sure this is straight. Okay, we got to make sure that's straight. And we're going to take our ruler and we're going to line it up on the paper just like this. And I'm very gently going to take a very dull pencil and I'm going to draw a line like this. Okay, so I've made a mark, I don't know if you can see it, right through the window and down on the paper. Okay, so on my little mat here, I'm going to cut all the way through here, including my flap. Now my flap will be straight on this end, and it'll be curved on this end. So I can take my ruler, and I can make sure that nothing's going to stick out there. And I can take this here. Let's put this right here up to our line. And I'm just going to use my little crafting knife. And I'm just going to draw straight. I'm just going to bring it straight up. That's all I'm doing. I'm just bringing it straight up to give me, whoops, didn't go through it. Okay, I need to go down here. Right there. Okay, so now I'm straight up. Now, to get this, the same curve as that, I can take my paper out. I'm going to just do this. I'm just going to curve this around, line it up, and I'm just going to draw a little line. And I'm just going to go like that. And now I can cut it. Now, if you want both of them straight, you just do the opposite. Now, what did I just do with my scissors? I just had them in my hand, didn't I? Oh, dear. Well, I thought I had them in my hand. Okay. Those aren't the scissors. We'll use these. And I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to follow that around. There. Now it's the same. Now, I will save that and get rid of that. Okay, so now we have our envelope. Now it's still open over here, but before we do anything with it, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put my picture. I'm just laying it inside the journal there. Oh, there they are. I'm just laying it inside the journal so that it's safe. I want to ink up my envelope a little bit. Now, we are going to cover it with some paper, but I want to ink it up in case I miss some edges. So, to ink it up, I'm going to use, let me get my thing here. I'm going to use 2 colors. I'm going to use my Vintage Photo, and I'm going to use my Black Soot. And I know you're thinking to yourself, Black Soot and Vintage Photo, those do not sound like they're going to go well together. Well, since this is going to flip up like this, I'm going to use Black Soot first. And I'm going to be so light-handed, it's almost going to be a shadow. I'm just going just a little bit like this. The inside of my envelope is gray. So I'm going to pull it back. And just very lightly, you should be able to see what I'm doing. I just very lightly want to get some Black Soot on there. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Just here and there. Because I do want to get the black that's on our paper. I want to get a little bit of that. Okay. I'm going to bring it over here, and I'm going to do the same thing. Because we're going to cover this envelope, it doesn't need a lot. But I don't want white edges showing. Now, I haven't gotten into that ink anymore. I'm still just going around the edges. I want to make sure I bring it in up here at the top. Okay. Now, I'm going to put the black away. I'm going to get into the Vintage Photo. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just, I'm really, really light-handed here. I'm going back over the same places. I'm going to come inside here. This is where the picture's going to be sitting. And I'm just being really gentle. I don't want to tear this. Now, beginners, you can do this. I know you can do this. This is what I did on the inside. I made sure I got that corner in there. Just in case my picture doesn't get scooted over there, that was what I did. Now, I definitely want to make sure these corners get hit. I want to bring this up. I want to make sure I take this down. Now, I could have opened this up flat, but there's just no need of that. I want to make sure I get this inside. Okay. There we go. Now, most of this isn't going to be seen, but like I said, I want to make sure, just in case. You know, I've done this before and then not inked it and then have white corners show up. And that just really bugs me. Now, on the back, I'm going to do the same thing around the window area, because this won't be covered with the picture. The picture sits down inside. So I want to make sure that this is covered. This will be glued down, so it really doesn't matter there. This I do want to hit. These edges, I want to make sure. Anything you get on your window, you can wipe off with a baby wipe. Okay. So these are all now, I've made sure that these edges are all now taken care of before, okay, before I put down my paper. Okay, beginners? And even people who aren't beginners, there you go. Everything's ready to put the paper down. Now, if you like this, if you're doing a true junk journal, and I've done those before too, I would stop right here. I wouldn't do anything else. I'd stop right here, put this envelope in, I'm done. Okay? Okay, so I got out this paper. It's got the black, it's got the red, it's got the, I can't think of what it's called. It's got all of it on there and a butterfly. So I am going to, now I have to remember this goes over the top. So I need to make sure I don't hit that edge. So I am going to, let's see here. I want to do the long edge here first. Now, you don't have to cover it with this. You can cover it with book page. Oh, I've got the hiccups. This is what it would look like with book page. You could cover it with book page. If that's what you choose to do, cover it with book page. You don't have to cover it with cardstock. But I like this because there's a butterfly right there. And I want to cut it so I get that butterfly on the edge. Now, where's my paper cutter? I want to cut this strip so I get that butterfly. And then I'll trim it to fit in there. Okay, it's right there. Let's make sure it's straight. Okay. Now, this side does not have one of these sides. So, this side, let's see, how wide is this? Because I want to make sure that the other side is the same width. This side is 3/4 of an inch. So this side needs to be about the same. So how wide is this? Okay, I need to cut this down. Okay, my little butterfly is going to lose a part of his wing. We're going to do it right there. Right there. We're going to put that on that side. Now, we need to put our our picture in. With that, we need to put that in. Let's make sure this isn't covering it up all the way. Oh, perfect. There, that's perfect. Okay, so let's go on and put some glue on the back of him. That worked perfect. Now, on the back of it, I'm just going to put a solid piece plus a pocket. Oops, I just got a big bloob. So let's just put that in the middle and spread it out. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's open this up. And tuck this in. Let's make sure this is straight. You need to scoot. Let's try folding it up this way. There we go. That'll work. Oh, much better. Much better. Now, pull you out. Slide you down. Oh, much better. Much, much better. Make sure you're flat. Where's my... Yeah, let's make sure that goes down flat. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, I'm trying to be really careful here. Okay, I need a baby wipe. We need to wipe out that window there. Okay, that's better. Oh, much better, much better. Let's get a little bit of that on it. Oh, much better. Okay, there's the inside. It's got all the glue off of it. Now I'm going to glue down the edge here. Okay, I want to make sure it's nice and flat. There we go. And then I want to make sure this gets glued down here. Perfect. Okay. Now to make the top of it look old, this is ink. Remember, this is ink I have on here. You take the ink and you go over top of it. And that also makes that look old. There we go. Okay, now let's get our paper on here. Now, let's get this down. I want to put that there. All right, let's make sure we're straight. Put that straight. And that goes straight. Okay. Now we'll cut this bottom piece off. Put that piece there. See what I'm doing here. This is your basic, I've lost my mark. There it is. This is just your basic cut and measure to put on here. Let's put this little piece, whoops, got it upside down. Okay. Now at the top, oh, this piece might work. Oh, perfect. Let's cut it off first. Let's do it this way. Let's do it over here. Uh-oh, I've lost my mark. There it is, right there. I think that is the hardest thing about this paper, is it is so dark. It's hard to see your marks sometime. Okay, so I want this underneath there. Right there. Okay, so I'm going to trim that edge. Now I could wrap it around if I wanted, but it's going to make my back piece too bulky. Okay, now remember, oh, I already glued it. Should not have done that. Okay, well that's all right. Now back here, we're going to cover this, and because this is flipping up, remember I told you this is going to flip. This is going here, and then this is flipping up. So there's going to be a pocket here, and then there's going to be some taller pockets here. So here, I want a pocket across here. Well, because it's flipping up, I want the pocket to be across the bottom, but the pocket has to have something to hold it in, or everything's going to fall out of it. So let me show you what I mean. So let's cover the back, and I want to use this full piece, I think. No, maybe we'll use all of the red. So we're going to cover all of the red on the back. Yeah, I think it's what we're going to use. We're going to use all that red because that'll be a nice contrast to that black. And since the picture is sealed inside, we can come all the way up. We don't have to worry about cutting or measuring. We can come all the way up like that. And we can take this. Okay, so this goes around. Okay. It's going right there. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim this off. Now, because my paper all came in a set, you know, it was a paper pack, all the paper matches, so it doesn't matter what piece I use where. Now, let's make sure that this is down all the way. So I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to go over top of it and make sure it's down. Now, to make this flip, I have a couple of options, and so do you. Now, let's clear our desk off so we can see. To make this flip, you have a couple of options. You can take it over the top, like this, completely over, so that this little flappy dude is on the other side. And then you don't have to deal with it until it's over here. Now, we'd go on and cover it so that it was, you know, nicely done over here, and then you could have a top tuck. Or you could put it over here like this. You could use it over here like that and have it flip up like that. Okay. And you could attach it down. So it's completely up to you, however you want to make your envelope flip. Now, because I want to put something in here, I want to put, and I should have put my paper in the other way. Silly woman. Oh well, we'll deal with it. I want mine to go back here. I want mine to go over here. So this, I don't need to do anything with because that's getting glued down. But this, I want to go on and cover because it'll be easier to do while it's already there. So I'm going to get out a piece of scrap paper where I'm going to look and see if I have a piece of scrap paper in here that I can use to cover that. And I might even have a piece of book page that I can use to cover that with. So let's see what we have. I know I have book pages because they're right here in front of me. Actually, you know what? I have a piece of coffee dye book page that I bet would look very nice. Right here. Let's see if that's big enough, or is that too big? I think it's too big. Oh yeah, he's way too big. Okay. So let's put a piece of book page on it for now. That will at least cover it. Okay. And then I do have, sitting here that I cut out, he might fit. I don't know if he will or not. Some of these are a little big. There. So at least he's not white sitting there. At least it's not, you know, a white page or a white piece of envelope sitting there. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so at least it's covered. Now, I have this little character. He's the Mad Hatter at the tea party, or one of the little tea party people. That, oh, he's too big. But he could sit there, or we could make him into a paperclip later on and put him there. So I think I will put him, I'll keep him back here and we'll make him into a paperclip in one of our sessions. Because I have a couple of others attached to him that I want to do that with. Okay, so let's get this decorated and then we can get him glued down. Okay, so this is going to flip up like this. So I want the pocket to come across here. So let's add our pocket. Now, I want it to be a good size pocket, and it needs something to hold it down. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Well, it's kind of easy to do, actually. You just need something that is going to either be bigger than the original pocket, or you just need two pockets. We know one that you can put a little pocket here and another pocket here, and then have this pocket shallow. That's easy enough. So let's do that. So let's get another scrap of something. So we have several different types of paper that we can use. And we have playing cards. Okay, those playing cards aren't the ones I want. Oh, here they are. Here are the playing cards. That's what I was looking for. And here's some of the other pages. And, okay. Where's that other? I know you all are thinking I should have all this together. Well, I do. It's right here in the envelope. I just have to sort the envelope. There it is. Right there. It's all together. Okay. So, for this one, I need to make 2 pockets. So, let's make 2 pockets. Let's see what we have here. Something that we can make 2 pockets with. Okay, so we can make a pocket that tucks this way. That would work because it's going to flip this way and nothing would fall out. So we could use that. We could use this one. Now, these are from the paper pad. And these are meant to be like little journaling cards, but you can use them for whatever you'd like. Now, one of my favorite ones is this one. And then you could put, you know, something like this in there. You could put a little tag in there that's decorated. You could also put that in there, and that goes along with the paper very well. So we could do that. Now, but I want to show you how to make a layered pocket. So a layered pocket that keeps things from falling out, you could do something like this one. Where's the other little one? Here. In these 2 characters. So you have one here, you have one here. So to keep things from falling out, you put this one and this one. Let me line them up here. I think this one needs trimmed a little bit. Okay. Now, your bottom pocket needs to be bigger than your top pocket. So that one's not big enough. That one's not big enough. Okay, these little things aren't big enough. Let's look at the playing cards. Let's see about a playing card. Okay, it covers those up. Let's move that up here. And maybe that down here. All right, let's look at this. Okay, so here's the small one. It goes on top. Come on, straighten up. Here's the, no, it has to go on the bottom, I'm sorry. And here's this one. Nope, that card's too big. That one's not going to work either. Okay, we're going to just have to do a side pocket on it. And I think we're going to use this. I think we're going to use this. Okay, so these playing cards are really slick. So I am just going to just use a piece of sandpaper. That's all this is, just a piece of folded up sandpaper. And I'm just taking it across the back, just like this. And I'm just taking off a little bit of the coating so my glue has something to attach to. Because right now it feels like there's a wax coating on it. And that's all I'm doing, just like that. Just like that. Then I'm going to wipe that. It feels gritty when you do that. And then I'm just going to take my regular art glitter glue, and I'm going to glue this down here where we measured it to. I'm going to glue this down. I'm going to put my glue here. I'm going to take it over the page. Okay, just like that. Scoot it where we have it. I'm going to lift this up. Now, this is going to be a side pocket, so I'm just going to come down 3 sides. Just like this. Just like this. Okay, so now when that glue dries, we can put something in there and it won't fall out. Down here, right here, we're gonna put this one. And we're gonna put this one. Except I've got to get them to lay still. Okay, so this is the small pocket. This one's going to go right here in the corner. This is going to be another side pocket. And it's going to go here. Okay, so what we have here is we have a little pocket right here, and we have a side pocket here. Oops. And we have a side pocket here. And when these are dry, we can come back and put things in them, but they have to dry a little bit first. There we go. Okay, so that's what we have today. We have a little flip up that goes like this. It's got a little side pocket. This is a little side pocket here. Can go like that. A little butterfly can go in there. Down here, we can put that in there. It's got to dry. I think this might be a little bit too big. Maybe we'll put the little bunny rabbit up there. And then down here, we'll make a little tag. And we'll put that down there, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, like that. And then up here, okay, this needs to dry, and I keep knocking it out of place. We'll put, let's see what we have here. We'll put the little flamingo up here, like that. There we go. And then up here, we have a picture from the book. Okay, so let's see how much time we have. I think we've about run out of time. Oh gosh, yes, we're up to 45 minutes already. So there you go. That's an easy page to do. And we've used half of an envelope. And they're fun. And I'm sorry I got myself all fluttered on that thing. But we will do it. I will show you how to do it. So there we go. And I want to thank you for joining me today. And I hope that you have a good time and you create a page like this in your journal. And have a great time today. And let's put all these back in here. And this series is called the Beginner Series. And you'll find other videos like it down in the playlist. And it's called Beginner Series. And they're meant to be easy page decorations and easy things for beginners to do. And they include projects and page decorating, tags, ephemera, things like that. So beginners, if you are feeling overwhelmed with all the videos that are out there, that series down there is for you. So I want to thank you for joining me. And thank you again to the new subscribers and subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. Thank you too. Without you, my channel would not be here. And it is growing, and I'm so excited to see it do that. So until I see you again in my next Ladybug Journals video, Ta-ta for now.